So today's topic is customer personas done right. Okay. We also have Suhas with us. He's from TechZep Media Solutions, working for healthcare and real estate domain as a digital marketer. Nice. He usually works as a trainer for telecaller and sales. Awesome. I hope you guys get all the value that you want from this session. If you have any questions throughout the session, feel free to add it in the chat. If the question can be answered right then and there, I will do that. If not, I will come back to it in the later part. If I miss out any questions, please let me know. Okay, and you could also use the Q&A console. Okay, so Q&A console may you will put up a question, it will stay right there till and it will get my attention at the end of the session. So with that said, let's start. Today's topic is very important, very fundamental. It's customer personas done right. How many of you guys know what are customer personas? Let's go there first. Anyone who knows customer personas, press 1 on your keyboard and please send it across. All those who understand what customer personas are, press 1 and send it across. I'm not getting a reply, so I feel it's more like you guys are here to find out, and that's a great place to start, right? So before we start, let me just give you a brief introduction about who am I. So my name is Jaljit Tajani. I am into digital marketing and you can say something or the other to do with marketing for the last more than 12 plus years. Okay. I used to run an animation studio wherein we used to develop content. A lot of content was used for marketing and advertising. And now, around, I think 3.5 years back, I have started an agency with my partner, Amzad, who is from Abu Dhabi. Okay. And he's a crazy guy who is into technology, marketing, product marketing, so on and so forth. So we both had this crazy idea, let's start a marketing agency. And that's how Synclarity came into being. And that's how we are here right now attending a webinar by Synclarity that is known as This is Marketing. Okay. So that's about who am I. I have a very simple formula, which I have already spoken to you guys about. I do nothing, I do everything. Okay. I believe there is nothing on this planet that might not catch my interest. And if it does catch my interest, I will find a way to do it. Okay. So that's about me. Going forward, what is customer persona? This is the number one question, which obviously we need to answer before we move the next step. Okay. So lately I've been very interested in few things in terms of, I've been reading some books and all. So one thing which caught my eye is uh, the idea of first principles. The idea of first principles is very simple, and this is an idea which even Elon Musk kind of uses in all his particular projects, like be it SpaceX, Tesla, so on and so forth. The idea is very simple: break things down into its fundamental. Okay, I have been a person who is very much interested in reading books and literature all my life. Okay, I'm a literature grad actually. So that's where how I always start seeing things is I first think ki why the hell is it called like this? Okay, so there is a science or there is a study which is known as etymology, and the idea is it tells you the origin of words and languages. Okay, so I did a very simple thing. I went ahead and I searched online. What does a customer mean? So a customer, if you see the origin of the word, it comes from Latin. Okay, it comes also from French, and the idea was one who purchases goods or supplies. Okay, one who customarily buys from the same tradesman or guild. That is literally pertaining to a custom or customs. So if you think about it, the word customer has the word custom. Now, custom, we use it with tradition and customs, which are rituals, okay, which are, you can say, things which happen in a process or in a flow continuously. So, a customer is very different from a client. A client can just be a one time purchase and done. एक बार आपसे उन्होंने कुछ खरीदा and then they don't want to do business with you. But a customer is all about, you can say, repeat purchase. And repeat purchase is where the magic is in any business, is what you guys need to understand. Okay. If you guys get repeated buyers, then they are known as your customers. Okay. Because they want to do business with you. So this is the number one thing which we need to understand. Why customer persona? Because we are trying to uncover someone who will buy from us again and again and again. Persona is nothing else but it is a person or a human being or an individual. Okay. Therefore, customer persona is a repeat buyer. Okay. Or he or she likes to purchase from your business or you repeatedly. This is the number one thing which you guys need to get straight before you start anything to do with even your business idea or marketing or whatever it is, right? If you guys are into business, this is a very important moment wherein you need to understand the difference between customer and client. We want customers, we don't want clients. Okay. So I hope you guys are understanding this. Think of your own life. Okay. We go to the same vendor to buy vegetables from. We go to the same vendor to buy, or the grocery shop to buy grocery from. You might buy packaged products. Okay. You might buy maybe maybe shampoos or soaps or so on and so forth, but you will buy it from the same shop again and again and again. That means the product can be bought anywhere, but you still go and buy it from this one place. And that is what is beautiful about this whole idea. Okay. And that is what businesses, good businesses are all about. Suhas basically has added one idea, that is a repeat buyer can also become our advertiser. He or she can help us for mouth publicity, which is great. That is absolutely right. If someone buys from you again and again and again, he or she is likely to, when someone will ask him, ki, Arey yaar, where do I buy grocery from? They will tell the place where they go to buy grocery again and again. Okay. Similarly, if you're into digital marketing and if you're into any business, let's say we had one second. We have Rutuja who is working on an automatic food cooking machine. So if that product becomes successful, okay, she manages to make it and she goes to few customers and few customers are buying. And let's say there is a party on in one of the customers' house, and in that party the food is being spoken about, अरे यार क्या खाना बना है. And if they will ask कि ये कहाँ से, यानी कहीं बाहर से मंगाया या आपने बनाया, कैसे बनाया, and they would imagine this, they would talk about your cooking machine, and that's where you got a good mouth to mouth publicity. Okay. So this is the idea which we need to understand about customer persona. Customer is not a single time buyer. If someone buys from you one time, it's good, okay, cash flow के लिए अच्छा है maybe, but आपको repeat purchase के ऊपर ध्यान देना है. And that's why this session is all about understanding how to uncover those repeat buyers and how to define them, so that you can use the customer persona to make your business better, to make your marketing campaigns better, to make your advertising campaigns better. So I'll give you a quick backstory here. So when we started Singularity, this is 3.5 years back. What happened out here is we we did the classic mistake of thinking digital marketing सबको चाहिए, Okay, everyone in this world is wanting to run a business or promote a product or promote themselves. So digital marketing सबको चाहिए. And that's why we were like, "Ki the entire market, we can sell it to anyone and everyone." And when we did this, when we went to the market and we went with this wide vision, ki, "Arey, this guy is my customer, that business is my customer." What happened was got, we onboarded wrong customers into our business. Okay. We worked with businesses who were not our right customers. Now, you would be like, कि digital marketing सच में सबको चाहिए. It's true that digital marketing is needed by everyone, but what is also true is, if I want to run my successful business, I need to understand day one who is going to give me who is a business that wants to grow. Okay, who is a business that wants to spend money on marketing. Because let me tell you, running campaigns or running ads or running all of these things, this requires some amount of money. Who is willing to spend that money would be my ideal, you can say, customer. Now, when we talk about money, it is very, you can say, subjective. It can be $100, it can be $1,000, it can be $10,000. Now, our idea was, obviously everyone wants growth. So I knew it for a fact. In the beginning days, I don't want to take up accounts that would give me, Jeet, I want to spend 5 lakhs every month on advertising. Okay, we would not be able to handle it because we do not have that experience. But what we did is we went to people who were like, kind of, I need social media, but I need social media थोड़ा बहुत, and ये social media activity आप जो करोगे यहाँ से I should get customers. That was their idea. Because they were not wrong, but they were sadly, you know, instructed in a very bad way by people or by the market. What everyone feels is social media is that one golden pool wherein if you put a particular post, you are going to get business. What you will understand is that does not happen. Social media pe, there is so much content being published every day, every second, you cannot stand out if you do not have great content. You cannot stand out if you do not have amazing marketing distribution. Okay, so all of these things take time, and these things have to take time in the right way. I don't need to go to, so that's when we understood we don't need to go to hundreds of customers. Okay, we just need to go to maybe 5 people, but 5 targeted people, and whenever we talk to these 5 targeted people, 2 of them convert into our customers. So imagine this clarity which we got could not have come if we would not have made that first mistake. And this is why customer persona is very important. Today, if you ask me, I would be able to tell you who my customer is. Okay, and that's the whole idea. You need to understand customer persona to the core if you are serious about building a business that is going to give you, you can say, that is going to sustain itself and that is going to grow. It cannot be everything for everyone. Okay, so great. I hope that story brings out some value to you guys and you understand from my experience. Okay, very crucial. So they say customer is always right, and which is actually the truth. Okay, customer is always right, correct hai. But are you the person जिसका वो customer है पहली बार? Because many a times if you take on a project or if you take on some business and you feel okay customer is always right, आप बोल दोगे या फिर customer ने भी आपको बोल दिया, पंगा क्या होगा? You will start doing things which are unnatural for you. So imagine if you're running an e-commerce business or something, and you're running a business for, let's say, fashion, for women fashion, and suddenly one two men come in and they say ki, "Arey, I need why don't you make this for me in shirts also or t-shirts also? Yeah, surely there might be a business opportunity out there, but that is not your customer, is what you need to understand first. If you have plans later on to start a menswear, that is a different idea. But you got one thing right. You got need in the market. You got to understand that men are also looking for this kind of fashion, maybe. And this is something which you need to understand. Okay. So this brings us to the question ki, who the heck is my customer? Okay. So this is where we come back to only one thing, not chai. I will come to chai, but we come back to one thing, that is customer persona. Before we go there, let's have some chai. So when we think of chai, who do you guys think is the customer? Okay, chai ke liye, who is your customer? Can you think of it? Right now in the market, if you see, there are a lot of these chai stalls which have opened up. Yevle chai, where there is Premachi chai, Kadak chai. So there are these small stalls, or you can say shops, which are opening franchisee model, which is like it's known as a QSR, a quick sale. Basically, what is happening is a quick service restaurant. Basically, what is happening is you can just go into this particular shop. They will give you a cup of chai for $10, and they will give you maska pav and all these things. Okay, so these chai stalls have opened up. You should, like, if you guys have not seen this, you need to see. This is happening in throughout Maharashtra actually. Okay, so if you see over here, I'm just showing you how that shop looks. This is how the store looks. And if you go during peak hours, they are actually, full to the core. Like before COVID, they were literally, if you would go during peak hours around 3-4 o'clock, which is a chai ka ekdam peak hour, it would be gachagach bhara hua. Okay, there would be hundreds of customers who are just inside, taking one cup of chai, coming out, taking one cup of chai, coming out. There is a video on YouTube also. One of the branches in Chembur of Yevle Chai is actually doing more than 15 lakh business in a month. Okay, so who do you think is a customer for chai in India? When you think of it, who is the customer? Please enter your answers in the chat. Come on, guys. सब लोग सो गए, चाय की जरूरत है. Working professionals, okay. Traveling by train, okay. Everyone, okay. So people are saying office goers, travelers, everyone. It's a very friends group. Correct. You guys are going in one particular direction, but check this out. If what you guys are saying, then check this. Most of the chai companies are targeting women. When we say chai, you guys have all said working professionals, everyone. Now, everyone is not our customer. That is number one thing which we need to understand. But here, if you think of it, people are targeting, or companies are targeting women. Any reason for this? It's so interesting कि चाय है, सब लोग पीते हैं. Working professionals तो है, वो सही है. Rutuja has said one thing. Amresh also. Manohar is saying they will prepare good chai. Okay, so what Rutuja and Amresh are actually saying is correct. Indian household, if you think of who is the buyer in the household, who is the decision maker in terms of the purchase of grocery, it's the woman. Now, when it is a woman who has to decide, then that's who becomes my buyer persona. There are two things. There is customer persona, there is buyer persona. Okay. Customer and buyer persona are more or less same. Okay, I will introduce one more concept maybe later, but let's see. Customer persona, buyer persona is the same thing. You will hear, you will go online, you will see buyer persona होता है, customer persona होता है. So उसमें confuse नहीं होना है. यहाँ पे बहुत simple सा है. Women have the authority to buy things for their home. So they are the ones who are the customer personas out here. Okay, there might be men also who will go and purchase, but माँ बोलेगी या wife बोलेगी. Okay, so there is always a decision maker, and that decision maker is a woman. So that's how this has been programmed. So next example, imagine shampoo. I didn't get the emoji for अपना sabun. Sorry, a shampoo. So I used a sabun ka image. But imagine this is a shampoo, so don't take it otherwise. When we talk about shampoo, who is the customer? Women, okay. Women, teenagers, those who are having hair. Like most of us have hair, or else like वैसे अपन सोचते हैं. Nowadays, both men and women. Okay, it's confusing, but check this out. Ad से अपन देखेंगे, so was not a problem, man. You are Vin Diesel in that case. Priyanka says depends product category for men and women. Yeah, correct. It depends, but think of it this way. Now I have chosen the same brand, Head and Shoulders. Okay. The thing over here is, according to these guys, they feel, they feel कि सिर्फ youngsters ही shampoo use करते हैं. Do you think uh, beyond the age of 25 or 30 people don't use shampoo? They use, correct. But the point is over here, one very simple thing. There is a lot of, this is again, so Rutuja is saying once you choose a brand, you don't change it. Yeah, correct. For a long time, you won't change it. Generation gap is the difference. Satish says, okay, different shampoo have different features. According to that, we can decide customer persona. Uh, Let me tell you a secret. Naman, what you do is go to a shop and check out the ingredients of all shampoos. All the shampoos are the same. It's just a brand which they are doing. Okay, correct. Manohar is saying all are chemicals. Yes, they will just tell you नमन कि इसमें एलोवेरा डाला है तो ये आपको ये करेगा. बट आप देखोगे सारी चीजें सेम ही है और सिर्फ एक एलोवेरा का एक ड्रॉप रहेगा उसमें. So don't think कि each and every shampoo has a very different feature. Yeah, some of them might have 19-20 का फर्क, but not a very like कोई 10 और 20 में नहीं होने वाला है वो, is what I'm trying to say. So one of the things why I'm showing this or why I'm bringing this to your notice is, imagine this, all the shampoo ads are targeted towards youngsters because shampoo is being sold in India in one way. पहले शर्म के मारे बेचते थे. ओके, यानी डर पैदा करते थे. कैसे कि there used to be a guy who is wearing a black t-shirt, maybe शाहिद कपूर था ये ad में मेरे ख्याल से, and it's like ये स्नोफॉल क्या है तेरे शोल्डर पे, एंड ऐसे करके मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं. एंड देन द पर्सन फील्स one of the friend will come and they will say, "Arey, use this shampoo." Okay, and this is where what they have done is peer pressure दिखा रहे हैं. Okay, the main thing over here is shampoo. Someone said it also कि people, yeah, like youngsters are more conscious about these things. Okay, as you grow older you do not like these things don't matter. ऐसे कोई पार्टी में आप जा रहे हो या ऐसा कुछ, ये सब सिनेरियोस होते नहीं है ये हिसाब से जैसे ये लोग दिखा रहे हैं. Okay, so the main thing which these guys are doing is they know कि चलो buyer is your mom but the user is going to be the youngster in the family. So user will eat up the mom's head after seeing this ad and the mom will buy it. So here the difference is there is a customer persona which is also a buyer persona. The next persona which I said is the user persona. Okay, think of it. What's the difference? बहुत simple है. If there is dog food, okay, dog food का ad अगर करना है तो it's not targeted towards dogs. It's targeted towards dog owners, the buyers. The user is the dog, okay, but the buyer is the dog owner. So that's the difference. It's a subtle difference, but that's how they are trying to show. Now, this is the main part which we need to understand. Ki there is each and every product is segmented towards a particular demographic. ये जो डेमोग्राफ है ये यंगस्टर का डेमोग्राफ है. इसमें आपको पेप्सी दिखेगा, इसमें आपको कोका कोला दिखेगा, रेड बुल दिखेगा. ओके, yes, Karan, exactly the same case of Byju's. So I was listening to one podcast. I think this is the Ranveer Singh podcast, and he had Kunal Shah as a guest. So Kunal Shah made a very important or very interesting statement. He spoke about कि इंडिया में कोई भी चीज बिकता है तो ऑनर के वजह से बिकता है. ओके, इट्स लाइक इज्जत पे आ जाती है बात तो वो बिकती है. तो लाइक इट्स लाइक ही गेव द एग्जांपल ऑफ मान्यवर कि मान्यवर इज लाइक अ ब्रांड विच एस्पायर्स पीपल की शादी करो तो मान्यवर का कपड़ा लाइक यू नो इज्जत आपकी बढ़ जाएगी एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. सिमिलरली एजुकेशन भी कहीं ना कहीं इज्जत की वजह से ज्यादा बिक रहा है. सो इट्स लाइक शर्मा जी के बेटे ने जो है बाईजूस सब्सक्राइब कर लिया या बाईजूस का ऐप उसके पास है तो मिश्रा जी बाईजूस सब्सक्राइब करेंगे. Okay, so it's the same thing. Kids are the users, parents are the buyers. All the communication you need to even understand Facebook policy and all these things. Social media pe you cannot target children below the age of 18. Okay, so you cannot basically target people below the age of 18. So who do you target? You target their family members, their mom and dad mainly, because they are going to purchase the Byju's app. उनका कार्ड information जाएगा, बच्चे के पास कार्ड ही नहीं होगा, right? So this is the way in which each and every product is segmented and it is targeted towards a particular demographic. That is a age bracket. That is also a bracket of, you can say, एक रहता है कि each and every customer or each and every buyer might have some aspirations to meet, might have some problems which they are facing. So if you see the woman who is being shown in this image or the guy below her who is being shown, they are in working environments kind of. So working environment may you have to look presentable. Okay, and that is one thing which they are trying to say over here ki if you use Head and Shoulders you will get rid of dandruff, so you'll make a better impression, which is all great in that sense. Okay, so let's see one more example. This is, please read the offer document. Obviously the example you will understand. This is mutual funds. अभी म्यूचुअल फंड्स की बात करनी थी तो दे वांट टू टॉक टू, यू कैन से, पीपल हु आर डिसीजन मेकर्स. सो if you see the ads or if you see the whole communication, it is targeted towards working professionals, towards businessmen, towards people who don't understand maybe this. So the first guy is talking about sare funds share market mein invest nahi karte. Okay, so it's targeted towards people who put everything into share market. The second one, long term planning ke liye, is targeted towards actually that basically if you go into more depth of these ads, the second one was actually targeted towards Maharashtrian audience, basically Maharashtrian men. Okay, the same person has been used in Maharashtrian ads also, regional ads, and he talks about the same thing, long term planning Sati. So if you see the choice of the model, the way his facial hair or the way he is, what he's wearing is towards what an ideal Maharashtrian man would be in today's zamana, is what they have done a research. The third one is अब ज़्यादा जानकारी मिलेगी on this particular site. So this is targeted towards, you can say, uh, more towards North India and also towards people who are not into, they are into business and not into service. Okay. The fourth one is obviously women are also part of these campaigns. So थोड़ा थोड़ा करके भी invest किया जा सकता है. Okay. And this particular model was used mostly in South ka communication. So if you see regional ads for the fourth model, she has been used in southern, you can say ads and all. And the whole intention over there is she fits that bill of a South Indian in terms of her look and all. So ये पूरा जो सोचा है ad या जो campaign, it's been thought about from each and every person has been targeted towards a particular customer persona. Okay, it's not कि randomly ये कर रहे हैं. Which digital platform, currency is asking which digital platform would be appropriate for promoting? You can actually that does not matter in this way because it totally depends on what your communication is. So you can use obviously the usual ones are Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. These three would really work. Okay, but there are more platforms which we don't even know about. Like let's say, मैं बोलूँगा Economic Times. Okay, you should even look at Money Control. You should even look at such sites which give advice over investment, like share market का जो भी investment का advice दे रहा है, या फिर all these apps which are newly coming in, like Grow हो गया, ये सारी चीजें वहां पे भी आप ad चला सकते हैं. So that's why I'm saying it's a very broad question which you are asking, but these are few platforms which would be great for it. So question comes, who is my customer? Okay, just a second guys. And when we talk about all these things, or when we saw what we saw, right, all these different kind of ideas and different kind of ads, one thing is very simple, or one thing is very clear, कि each and every person or each and every business or service or brand out there is using customer personas. So the question is, why shouldn't you use it? Okay, you need to, if you are not using it, you need to think about this. This is a fundamental, this is a foundation for your business. Okay, so let's look at customer persona now. How do you create one? Okay, before that, can you guys recognize this? Who is this? Billionaire, playboy, genius, philanthropist? Any idea? Who is this? Amresh got it right. Yeah, this is Tony Stark. Tony Stark. This is Iron Man. Okay. The whole idea over here is I just use 4 words, but you guys guessed it. if you are in, if anyone is into the Avengers universe, they will be able to guess this. Okay, let's look at another example. There is a person who we all know who loves to wear colorful, like really colorful shirts. He loves jalebi fafda. He's a resident of a society in Mumbai. He has a business of electronics. He is a Kachi Madu. Karan Singh, Amresh got it. He's Jethalal, right? From Tarak Mehta. The Yeah, you guys are absolutely right. So द पॉइंट इज, मैं कुछ पॉइंट्स बोल रहा हूं और आपने गेस कर लिया कि कौन बंदा है. दिस शुड बी कस्टमर पर्सोना. लाइक what are we trying to define out here, and why I am giving these examples is I want to show to you guys already know this. Okay, you guys already know these points, and if you can discover someone through few points, you have to just get this down for your own business or for your own service or for your own job. Maybe the whole idea is आपको कुछ डिस्क्रिप्टिव पॉइंट्स देने हैं आपके आइडियल कस्टमर के बारे में, जिसके बेसिस पे आप उनको टारगेट कर पाओगे. दैट इज इट. इज एवरीवन क्लियर टिल हियर? Because now we will get into little action in terms of, you know, कि कैसे क्या करना है. So that's why I just want to understand, is everyone clear out here? If you are clear, please press 1 and share in the chat. Great. So how do you go on to create these things, right? And that is really important. There are two things: quantitative and qualitative research. Now, I don't want to spend a lot of time. I just want to give you the example of this. Okay, and we will see a thorough example of how do you create a persona. So that's where I want to spend time. Quantitative is about, quantity is all about numbers. Okay, so quantitative research is all about numbers and things which can be easily researched by maybe Google Analytics. It can be maybe the age of your you know, customer persona. It can be the name of your customer persona. It can be demographic information. So all of these things which are, you know, very easy to obtain from online are quantitative research. This just requires you to be little aware about what is happening in your business and reach out to people to understand them. So ये क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च जो है बहुत सिंपल है. आपको विदाउट रीचिंग आउट टू कस्टमर्स, यू विल बी एबल टू डू दिस बाय लुकिंग एट few things. Like you will be just listing down, it's like filling up a form of a KYC. नाम क्या है, एड्रेस क्या है, what is the country, what is the job that they do, and all of these things. That is quantitative. Very important fundamental facts. Okay, easy to get. What is qualitative? Qualitative is about things which are more descriptive. Things like if a particular person, like let's say, let's talk in terms of Jethalal. Jethalal is someone who wants his business to grow. Okay, and he aspires his business to grow in a very big way, but at the same time he has his own, he wants family time. Okay, he wants to spend time with his friends and family. So this is qualitative research, wherein I am describing about what he wants and what he, you know, I'm describing it. This will be a paragraph which you will be writing mainly. Okay, it will also you will also put in his motivation over there. One of his motivation is, let's say uh, one of his motivation is he really likes this, he really likes Babita. So his motivation to go to work is always कि वो एक बार दिख जाए. So the moment वो क्यों अच्छे से बन ठन के कलरफुल shirts पहनते हैं, because he wants to impress Babita is what is playing in his mind. Okay, so he will do anything to be in her good books. Okay, so this is about description about his motivation. Now the next part is, what is his fear? His fear is that he will not be able to help Babita when she needs him. Okay, he fears कि maybe is someone looking at me when I am actually looking at Babita. So he wants to have that, क्या बोलता है, wants that he likes to talk to Babita, but he does not want others to know about this. Okay, Tarak Mehta might know this, and it's okay. He's his friend, so he's in a safe space. So ये qualitative research हो गया, जहाँ पे I'm describing more things. Okay, we will see example of this. Don't worry if you guys don't understand this, but I'm just giving you examples so that you will understand what's happening. So qualitative research is about your customer persona. Imagine if they are real. Okay, what are they facing in their day to day? What is the problem that they are facing? What is the, how are they overcoming that problem? Okay, maybe, and यहाँ पे ये जो qualitative analysis आप जो करोगे, you will find a few answers कि how you should be marketing to them or how you should talk to them. Okay, now quantitative research is also important, qualitative is also important, so you need to do both of them. You cannot do one without the other. The problem which happens, I'll tell you, people do all of this based on their gut instinct. Okay, people do these things, they do not like, think of it, it's back to my first agency example which I gave you. The first client we went out for, or we started talking to, was the first client who I could just call up and say, hi, I think you would need digital marketing. Can I come and catch up with you to explain what can I do? I have started this new company. I did that, and everyone goes through that. वो जब मैंने किया, उनसे मिला, तो मुझे वहां पे समझ के I should have exited, which I did not. I took on that project. So in the Tata Tea example, basically, they had run this campaign called Jagore. Okay, now let's see that. Now, ये जागोरे campaign इन्होंने बनाया, and this was targeted towards the youth. Okay, which is for sure the case, but you need to understand, at times a brand also needs to take different stands. A brand might take a stand towards creating a campaign जो वो समय के लिए बहुत सही रहेगा, and it's not about customer persona वो time पे change हो गया, ऐसा कुछ नहीं था, but they were trying to make a bigger statement. Okay, there are different marketing strategies which are there. One is कि आप एक simple housewife who is going to buy, उसके journey को interrupt करो और उनको value दो. और दूसरा एक है कि आप पूरे देश में जो भी चल रहा है, okay, जो माहौल चल रहा है, आप उसके ऊपर एक statement बनाओ. So what happens is everyone takes that particular thing, okay, to the next step. So it, kids will also talk about Jagore, the millennials and all those things. They, so it was targeted especially to whole aura around the voting atmosphere is people or the youngsters don't want to vote. The next thing, so quantitative research and qualitative research is one part of the story. The next part which we also need to understand is, what is the landscape around us, what are the competitors doing. So each one of you need to also look at, how I looked at Tata Tea as an example, or how I looked at. So if I'm into the business of chai, I would see what other chai sellers are doing. If I'm in the business of shampoo, I would want to see what other shampoo sellers are doing. So this is something which you need to understand. Now, what do you need to see over here? You need to, from a customer persona point of view, you will get information like how we saw the shampoo ad, and we saw it's targeted towards youngsters because we know they are the main people who are going to talk about this in the home. मॉम बोलने नहीं वाली है अरे यार बेटा बहुत डैंड्रफ हो गया, बच्चा बोलेगा एंड बच्चा शायद से बाहर जा रहा है, सो दे आर गोइंग टू फेस दैट एम्बैरेसमेंट एंड दे आर गोइंग टू क्रिएट कमोशन इन द हाउस कि अरे आई वांट दैट ब्रांड, इट्स नॉट, द अदर ब्रांड इज नॉट वर्किंग, व्हाट इज दिस, ये सब होगा एंड देन द परचेज विल हैपन, राइट? सो दिस इज हाउ यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि you can actually reverse engineer this whole thing. So if you are in the business, like if I'm in the business of digital agency, I would look at what are other agencies doing. Okay, if I am in the business of selling vada pav, I would see what other vada pav fellows are doing. Okay, and this is a general consensus that you need to have so that you understand ki what exactly is happening and how exactly this can be, you know, taken. Like there can be some points which you will learn, there are some insights which you will learn. What you will learn through the shampoo part is it's not about, you know, talking about the offer or something. It's more about talking about, you know, uh, your presence in public. It's more about talking about ki I need to be presentable at work and all of these things. So you will uncover messaging, you will uncover the customer demograph through that. Okay, so that's why what competitors are doing is very important. Now let's take a look at an example which I have created. Okay, and this is the simplest way in which you need to create customer personas. There is no other rocket science out here which is required. Okay, you remember I told you about quantitative information or quantitative research. This is that quantitative research. You need to know the name. So if you see, normally customer personas, they have a name. Okay, so let's say uh, in US, basically they say if someone goes missing and you don't know their name, they are known as a John Doe for a guy. If a girl goes missing and they don't know the name, she's known as a Jane Doe. So you need to give a particular name. Now the name should be such जो आपको याद रहे और आपके टीम को भी याद रहे. So what you have a particular idea over here is you need to think of it. If you are talking about जेठालाल, जेठालाल नाम नहीं रखेंगे कस्टमर पर्सोना का. We will name it which is a particular characteristic उसके ऊपर. So we might name him agony dad. वो हमेशा he is in some or the other agony. Okay, he is in some or the other problem. So we can say problem pandit, ऐसा भी कुछ नाम रख सकते हैं. And if you see, typically user personas or customer personas are always using alliteration. So it will not be actually uh, Ram Prasad Pyarelal or something like that. It will be, if it's a marketer, it will be Missy marketer. Okay, if it will be let's say if it is someone who is interested in textiles, okay, and someone who is actually very colorful or something like that, so it will be something like 1 second, let's look at some examples, so this will be easy. Just search for customer persona names. Okay, and so how I use Google normally is I go into directly images. So check this out, Nerdy Nina. So what they do is they select an image also and they name her like this, Nerdy Nina, because alliteration is more simpler to understand and remember. And when you are running your campaigns, you will tell each other, hey, let's run the campaign for Nerdy Nina. Nerdy Nina is our, so the entire team of or your team will understand ki who are we talking about. Look at this: enterprise Erin, marketing Mary, owner Ollie. So it's all alliteration. Alliteration is nothing else but your first word of the your first letter of the two words will be the same. Okay, so it will be amazing Anand. Okay, so it might be something like stressful Sagar. Okay, simple Sagar. If you are into simple Sarita, इस तरीके से नाम होने चाहिए which are very interesting to and easy to remember. Okay, so that's just one very small point, but which can go a long way, because if your business has 10 different customer personas, yes, your business can have 10 different user personas. Okay, if you are selling to, let's say, women who are in the age of 18 to 24, that is one customer persona. 24 to 32, that is another. Okay, 33 से लेके 45 तक, that's another. Those are three. But ये तीन के अंदर भी you are selling to students in the age of 18 to 24. You are also selling to working women in the age of 18 to 24. So there are two different user personas. You also find a niche ki people who are doing yoga are my main customers. So there's an alternate, one more user persona which is coming. So that means you will have multiple user personas. ओके, एक कस्टमर पर्सोना से काम नहीं चलेगा. स्टार्ट आप कर सकते हो एक दो से, सो दैट यू गेट द हैंग ऑफ इट, but over a period of time your whole aim is to segment it as per the buyers who you have. Okay, and that's why this is a long term commitment, it's not a short term commitment. So नेम डाल दिया, फिर एज से अपने को क्या पता चलता है कि whether this person is a millennial, he is a Gen Z, or he is a baby boomer. Okay, now तीनों का लैंग्वेज, मिलेनियल से आप बात करोगे अलग रहेगा, जेनजी से आप बात करोगे अलग रहेगा, बूमर से बात करोगे अलग रहेगा. ओके, बूमर इज द जनरेशन बिफोर मिलेनियल्स. ओके, सो think of it this way also. Someone asked me ki, what platform to choose. If I'm talking to a Gen Z, I might not choose Facebook. I would choose maybe Instagram and Tinder. Okay, if I'm talking to, let's say, a millennial, I might choose Facebook. Okay, I might also choose LinkedIn, but Gen Z के लिए शायद से मैं LinkedIn choose ना करूं. So that's why the quantitative research matters, and it also tells you about your channel strategy later on. Okay, then place or country, place, that is city and country, because it gives you the aspect of whether it is अर्बन प्रोफेशनल और अर्बन में रह रहा है बंदा कि टाउन में रह रहा है या विलेज में रह रहा है. इट ऑल्सो टेल्स यू कि वो एरिया में व्हाट इज द लैंग्वेज विच इज बीइंग स्पोकन. सो इमेजिन इफ योर बिजनेस इज पैन इंडिया, एंड पैन इंडिया में आप इंग्लिश में ही मार्केटिंग कर रहे हो, आपका इंग्लिश में ही एडवर्टाइजिंग कर रहे हो आपका, बट what you are doing then is you are missing out on an entire market in South India. You're missing out an entire market in Northeast, because over there people talk or people read different languages. Like South India mein, Kerala mein Malayalam. Okay, if you go to let's say Karnataka, you might think of Telugu, Tulu, or Kannada, ye sari cheezein. If you go to Chennai, you might think of Tamil. And your ads need to be also in that language, because if it is in that language, it will catch more, it will immediately gain more trust. Relationship, next is relationship status, whether they are single or married. Very important information. This will also help you in qualitative analysis, because agar the person is single, they might have different aspirations. If they are married, they might have different aspirations. So qualitative research में भी ये help करेगा. Business designation, this gives you information about how, where they are in their professional life and where they are aspiring to be. So if someone is a CEO, okay, उनको marketing करने का तरीका अलग होना चाहिए versus someone who is an executive. So these are important things which you need to understand. Income, high, medium, low. This particular piece of information is going to give you a lot of ideas in terms of whether they are more into, you know, buying during discounts, or they are interested in things which are expensive and high value. Okay, sometimes people don't want discounted products. There are such customers. Okay, let's come to qualitative research. So this is quantitative research. आपको इतने में आपका information पूरा हो जाता है, at least to start with. We don't need anything more advanced than this. Okay, next part is the background, which is a description जो आप कर सकते हो आराम से if you know about this person. Now, how do you get this information is what you need to understand. You can get this information, not, I'm not saying ये guess करो. Okay, what I am saying is, if you are into a business which is already having customers, the best way will be talk to them, get on a call with them with a pre-decided set of interview questions, and ask them about these things to uncover these secrets. And people, you, what you will figure out is people are more than happy to talk to you. You can also run surveys using SurveyMonkey, but what happens is the moment you do a survey, people may fill it, may not fill it. So survey कहाँ से जा रहा है वो बहुत important है. Okay, so when you get on a call with these guys, you tell them, I'm working on, you know, understanding most of my customers, trying to get more feedback so that we can improve our service, so that we can improve our product. So we would like, you know, at least just a 10-15 minute conversation. You can also get to know about customers maybe by doing an Instagram live session. Do a Instagram live session, catch up with your customer. Tell them, I want to feature you, I want to talk to you about your journey. And what you will figure out is most of them are open about it, and they, when you give them a platform like Instagram live, they'll be more than happy to, and make them feel special by actually taking a good interview with them. So make them, and how does a person feel good? Make them talk about themselves. Ask them, how did you do this? How did you reach to the point where you have reached in your life? Were you always like this? Was it, did you plan your success, or are you still, you know, what's your end goal in life and how are you working towards that? So think of it, कैसे ये आपको लाना है information, but ये information बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. बहुत बार when you are working, most of the businesses don't pay attention to these things, but this is what requires a whole lot of attention. And once you do this, you will be able to actually write a description. So what I have written over here is, John or Jane is working as a whatever, like they are working as an executive. Their day-to-day responsibilities include managing a team, keeping a track of campaign goals, reporting inconsistencies, and presenting strategy or optimization plans to the clients. He is a workaholic and works almost 14 hours a day. He wants to live a healthy lifestyle and spend a good portion of his time with family. He works 5 days a week, and weekends are dedicated to family with little time dedicated for personal development. So this is a very broad spectrum. बहुत ही ज़्यादा, like this, I would say this is like a सादा डोसा of background description. Okay, बहुत ही simple तरीके से मैंने ये डाला है, and which many of you guys might be able to relate also. What are his goals? Okay, his goals are to execute work in a process driven approach so that it takes the time it has to. उनका गोल जो है अपना जॉन का या जेन का, वो ऐसा है कि दे वांट टू वर्क इन अ वेरी सिस्टमैटिक वे. Okay, they also want to work in a way कि they can inspire their team to rise up and become independent decision makers. They, like everyone, wants to spend some me time. They either want to go to a gym, they want to go for a run, or maybe they want to read a book. Each one of us might want to do this. If you fit in this category, please press 1 and share. It would be interesting to see the result. Yeah, so many of us actually fit in this category. It's not funny, right? They want to live a happy life with family and friends. किसको नहीं चाहिए? सबको चाहिए. Motivation. Motivation क्या है जॉन का? जॉन का motivation is automation of processes. He wants to define playbooks for team members so they can unstuck themselves. He wants everything organized so it is easy to track. What are his pain points? His pain point is he's spending too much time in repetitive tasks. टीम जो है कुछ ऐसी चीजों के लिए उसके पास आ जाती है which can be handled easily. And the worst, firefighting, not actual firefighting, but basically when he's working on project A, suddenly project B के कुछ चीजें उसके सर पे आ जाती है. When he's looking into direction east, उसको बॉस बोलता है अरे वेस्ट में देख, and वो emergency होता है situation. So that's what firefighting is all about. Then the last thing which we try to come to is, which is what exactly is the social channel of his choice. Okay, so what exactly, where does he hang out on social media? Very important information. Okay, does he have any peculiar habits, like does he smoke, or does he, maybe he's an alcoholic or something. Then so these are all think about. These peculiar habits will help you to actually create a lot of content. Okay, which is like, let's say if there is a no smoking day, or there is a campaign, or there is a day for cancer, or these things, right? You can actually spread awareness to these people, and that would, they would care for the message, or it would help them in their lives. So these are messages which are really important towards moment marketing. Okay, it will give you a lot more understanding of how to talk to them when they need to be spoken to. Okay, and most of these peculiar habits, they have a certain reason why they are doing what they are doing. Okay, so this is something which will be really important for you guys to understand. Next is also, can you figure out what are they using? Are they using an iPhone or an Android phone? Because this gives clearly, in India, it gives you an idea about, you know, how much is the person spending. So this particular idea will help you decide or your pricing in a certain way, or else a particular discount, and you can check it out over a period of time. Key, what are, you know, what are the different pricing price points where people are buying, and are they using an iPhone or an Android phone? And you will see some patterns over there. You could also look at some of their favorite movies. Okay, favorite movies or genre. So these ideas will give you a lot more, you know, things like how do you communicate a message. If someone is into superheroes, then you can talk to them when a particular movie is releasing, or you can talk to them like how I showed a slide which showed billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, all those things. So you know what kind of communication you can do. Okay, if someone is into thrillers, you imagine releasing an offer to them in a thriller format. Okay, so this gives you a lot more idea in how you can communicate to your customer. So that's what all this is about. So with this, what will happen is at the end of the whole story, which is all of these things put together, you'll get this one slide, and in this one slide your entire customer persona fits. Okay, so this is what our aim today was we want to create one customer persona like this. So it's simple, it's easy. Okay, if you guys, if any one of you has an active business and wants to take a go at it, then you guys just need these few information. That's it. There is one, two, three, four, and five slides which will give you this last most important slide of them all. Okay, I think Narendra was asking about whether I will be giving the slides. So Narendra, what I can do is I can give you the slides for the customer persona. Those slides I will give. The other slides I don't know, like that would not be of any use as such. So I will see if I can maybe link it on my website. I will do that, but I will give you the persona slides. Okay, I hope that helps. I would love for you to ask me questions which I can help you with. Take this opportunity because we can go as detailed as you want. So use the Q&A console so that we don't lose questions and we can start. Okay, Andrea has a interesting question. How often a company should revise their buyer persona? Um, usually, what I would say is कि you do not need to. You can do this exercise once in 6 months, but I would say do it in conjunction with your sales team. Okay, now you should be revising it often. You could look at it as a quarterly exercise, but 6 months is a fair amount of time. But always talk to the sales team about this and get feedback. Keep on getting feedback on each and every sale, and that's how you can actually revise it over and over again when you start seeing patterns. Okay, and more than anything, before revising or changing your entire buyer persona, I would say create a new buyer persona. So what you could do is you could run experiments like marketing in two different ways and seeing which one works. So if you are seeing a particular pattern, build a buyer persona for that and then start looking at it. Do you think it's important setting a KPI that is a conversion rate by buyer persona? It's a pattern. It will show itself in the data. So if you start looking at data more frequently, you will see a pattern over there. You need to understand कि if a person has bought something from you, okay, and if they are repeatedly going to buy, then that means there are other people like that person who are also there who can buy the same thing again and again. So that's where you start marketing to get more of similar customers. So the whole idea, more than the KPI, what I would say is look at what is profitable for your business. Look at who exactly is buying and why they are buying it. If you uncover something which is like a pattern over there, you can actually target more, or you can make your marketing campaign around that customer persona and see if that works. So obviously the KPI is obviously revenue out there more than anything, right? So that's why I'm saying work in conjunction with your sales, and that would really help you. Conversion rate optimization is okay. That all will happen, over a period of time. But first, I would say get to that point of sale by a particular buyer persona. Amay is asking, can description be created without speaking with clients? Yes, Amay, it can be, but the description which you will be creating will not be a strong description. It will just be assumption. And problem is this: you'll create one description without speaking to your clients, and that is based on your assumption. You might create two, but over a period of time, if I ask you, if there are five customer personas which you want to build, you will find it very difficult to make unique customer personas because you are creating without talking to clients. You can only think of it in one or two directions, I guess. But When you talk to clients, they will tell you about their challenges, their motivations. The most important thing in the slide is this: you need to understand what is the motivation and the pain point, because this is what is going to help you create your message. This is what is able to, like, this is where you will be able to define your product. This is where you will be able to define who exactly is going to buy from you. I'll show you an interesting example. There is a community called Gumroad. I don't know how many of you guys know. Look at the messaging of Gumroad. Creators deserve to get paid for work, for their work. Gumroad makes it easy. There is no doubt who is the customer out here. People who will come over here are going to be creators. Okay. Similarly, think of something like MailChimp. Marketing smarts for big ideas. When you see this, you're not understanding much, but read this. Marketing, MailChimp helps small businesses do big things. That means MailChimp is not for big businesses, but it's not that big businesses can't use MailChimp or don't use MailChimp, but MailChimp knows their customer is a small business who wants to do big things. It's clarity. This is total clarity. Read the way they are talking about things. We will help you get your business online. So if people are finding it difficult to put their business online, that is the customer. If people are finding it difficult to market their business, that is their customer. Okay, so clarity comes from this part. Let's look at one more example, which is I had this in my mind, I forgot. One second. MailChimp. Co-schedule. Co-schedule talks about organize all your marketing in one place from any place. Get more done in less time. With the only work management software for marketers. Look at the positioning. Look at this. It is a product for marketers. 3,000 marketers signed up to organize their remote work this month. One last example, Basecamp. Okay, this is one of my favorite companies. The all-in-one toolkit for working remotely. Before Basecamp, you're wondering how you will quickly transition your team to remote work. People are stressed, work feels scattered, projects are slipping, and it's tough to see and manage everything. After Basecamp, you'll be feeling like, hey, we got this. Everything will be organized in one place. Your team will be working together even though they are apart. You will be on top of things and a sense of calm will set in. They know the problem. If this is not the motivation and pain point ka solution, then what is? I don't know. This is exactly what this slide is all about, right? So it flows, the messaging flows from your customer persona. Look at the customer persona and all these things. Like, they know who is going to work. So Honcho company get set up to work remote. Involve everyone who's working on the project. One place, not all over the place. Companies change for the better when they work in Basecamp. So they are wanting to, reach out to these guys. Software development companies, design firms, freelancers, consultants, architects, agencies, media companies, schools, non-profits. If you see, they have not written manufacturing. They have not written any other thing in terms of, let's say an industry like steel or something on those lines. Not a manufacturing industry, not a trading company. They are going towards companies which use, websites Facebook, social media, and all these technology related things always. They do not cater to companies which are offline companies. So that's a big, clarity which they have. So which is great. So Amay is asking, will it be helpful to create an entire user persona with clients with the help like an interview or podcast? Uh, that's certainly a idea which I have. Okay, and I think there are two ways about it. One is you could do a Instagram live. That is one part of it. The second thing is you could even do a workshop with them. So imagine when you get a client on board, okay, or you already have few clients. What you do is you tell them, I want to do a workshop for your team, and I want to do a design workshop, or I want to do a workshop for website maintenance, or how your website can be used towards you know uh, how your website can be used to market itself or something like that. Now, why I'm giving these website ka examples for Amay is because he is into the business of building websites. Okay, so that's why I'm giving him this example. You could do a workshop with few of your clients and tell them, I just want to do a free workshop at your place or on Zoom, and I want to walk you through what has happened on your website so far. What have we done? Why have we done it? And I would like to understand from you your aspirations for the website. Now, when you put it across this way, the person will directly tell you, "कि मुझे I am expecting to generate leads from this, or I am expecting these things should be solved." Talk to them about what are their pain points in their day to day, which can be solved through a website, like uh, scoring a meeting with someone. You could put a meeting link over there. You could connect WhatsApp to the website. So you could do a workshop to uncover some points and then smartly ask them few questions about user persona. Can you tell me what your day looks like and how do you spend your day with the whole COVID situation? How has that affected you? And that could really help you understand ki what exactly are the challenges the person is facing. I think that helps, right, Amay? Any other question, guys? So, Hetal, customer personas are, you can say your guiding point for everything that you do in your business. It's not, when you talk about reaching them, it's not one person, it's about reaching to the entire. Okay, I will look into that on my break rooms. I have not looked into it actually. So, Hetal is asking, so once I have defined user personas, customer personas, how do I reach them? So you can build your marketing strategy around this. Okay, you can build your communication plan around this, and you can actually build the message and your offer around all of this. So if you know, so Hetal is into for others who are on this webinar, Hetal is into, you can say, coloring books, and she basically has published her coloring book on Amazon, and she wants to do that business for a long time. So when she wants to do this for a long time, the main thing which she is intending to do is she has to find those pools of people, okay, pools of customer where they are attending. So it might be a housewife who is stressed after the entire day ka work. She can be one of your customer persona maybe. And another one is an IT professional who is also looking for productivity and all these things, right? And the third one might be a kid who is trying to just whose mom has actually bought it so that the kid becomes little artistic or creative and uses his creative juices like that. So all these are different ways. Now the way you would market to a mother versus a housewife versus a IT professional, all will be different, right, Hetal? So that's what is the clarity you get, and then you go deep defining each one in terms of how can I reach, what is my campaign strategy for reaching out to kids. Now, if you want to reach out to kids, you might not reach, you might want to reach them out on summer, during summer vacations. So you might have something around that, correct? Similarly, you might think of reaching out to housewives in a different way, maybe through WhatsApp groups, maybe through kitty parties. So this is the clarity which you get over here. So that's the idea. Priyanka is asking, how is user persona different from buyer persona? So again, Priyanka, the idea is very simple. A buyer persona is a person who buys it but might not use it. A user persona is a person who might not buy it but might use it. They user persona might buy it also or might not buy it also. So imagine a kid. A kid is not going to buy a course. A parent is. So the buyer persona is that of a parent, but the user persona is that of a kid. Similarly, dog food or cat food. The user persona is a cat or a dog. The buyer persona is a dog owner or a cat owner. I hope that's clear, right? Next, Andrea asks, how dangerous can be in an organization a wrong buyer persona? It's not dangerous. There's nothing to be worried about. See, you need to understand, work with the mindset of continuous optimization. Now, when I say continuous optimization, learn from your mistakes. So if you are marketing to a wrong buyer persona, it's all about understanding it and catching it early. It's not going to be dangerous, is what I would say. But in some cases, you might just reach out to wrong people. Maybe if your outreach mechanism is outbound, you might reach out to wrong people. Your salespeople are calling the wrong people. They might get little irritated or something. I don't know. But even then, there is a way to actually talk to them and pacify them. Give them an offer, give them some incentive, and they will be okay about it. I hope I answered that question, Andrea. Jitin is asking, can personas be created in case of a B2B model? Very much, Jitin. Personas are there irrespective of the model of the business, B2B, B2C. There are, you can say, personas everywhere. For example, a light manufacturing company trying to acquire more dealers pan India. So, if you remember, Jitin, I spoke to you about one thing over here. You need to write the business designation. Okay. And thanks actually for this question, because the business designation will play a very important role. So, a person, imagine a person is there who is uh, in the purchase for a B2B company. So what you are going to do is the purchase is going to happen from the procurement team, right? But that's not your main people to reach out to in the first case. The main people you might reach out to, if it's a small company, it might be the co-founder or the founder or the CEO. So how this works is, for a B2B case, you might have maybe 3 to 4 personas that fit into your buying cycle. Okay, there is not one person who is just going to see your ad or communication and they are going to buy. A B2B business is, or a B2B buying cycle is quite long. It might be 1 month, 2 months, or 6 months also. So what you have to understand is, you might have different gatekeepers, and who are these gatekeepers who are going to actually take you to the main decision maker. Okay. And even if sometimes I have had cases where I have met the decision maker, but the gatekeeper is someone who I need to, I encounter, and they kind of stretch things. So the decision maker does not have time, like the CEO. He's the ultimate decision maker. He says it's okay, go ahead with this. But the sales guy or the procurement team, they have their internal negotiations, and they are KPIs which they have to see. So their role has certain amount of negotiation and all that needs to take place. So they will have a different process. So you are right. You need to have user personas or customer personas in a B2B model also. And the example which you are saying, light manufacturing company trying to acquire more dealers, think of it, who is the influencer out here? Okay. So I will give you just a very broad highlight. If the CEO is there, who is the ultimate person who might be saying, okay, I need these lights or XYZ, but let's say the procurement team is also there, but there might be some external influencer also. Like in case of few of the companies, if you are into actually selling lights to a commercial place, your influencer might be a property management consultant. Okay. So you need to go and be known in that circle of property managers who might then take you to the people who are businesses in that particular property. So it's complicated, but it can be done and it should be done. Satish is, so I hope Jitin that answers it, right? It's obviously a very long drawn question, like long drawn answer also. Like I can go on and on, but I don't want to take a lot of time on that. Satish is asking, is there any set number of people we need to analyze in order to decide customer persona for a business? Satish, there's no such set number. What you need to do is you need to talk to at least get good amount of feedback. I would say personally, if you guys can interview at least 5 to 8 people of the same persona, and rest then you bank on surveys, because that 5 to 8 ka focus group will give you a lot more rich qualitative analysis, and the quantitative analysis you can try and get it through by filling up the entire forms and everything in a survey. So that's how I would think of this. Andrea is talking about, okay, one second. Okay, this is about her question. She's just answering. Was thinking about marketing actions to the wrong customers, and okay. Amay says, in short, the business designation must be a decision maker. Um, as I said, Amay, it may not be a decision maker always. It might be an influencer also. So think of it, if you're trying to reach to a big company ka purchase cycle is different, as I already mentioned. So the influencer might be someone who is a third party who is not working for the company, but still, there. Like in Jitin's case, I would say even architects, interior designers, these might be influencers. So the actual purchase might be done by a company who is wanting the lights, but the influencer or the decision is being influenced by the recommendation of the architect, and the procurement team is going to do, maybe they might have tons of vendors and they will choose them between those. So lot of things over there. And but what you could do is, if you know this, and this again for Jitin and Amay both, this might be useful. What you could do is, imagine if you're doing a LinkedIn campaign, and this particular process, Jitin, where this will help you is, if you have the proper customer personas for a B2B and the chain of buy, like if you understand the buying cycle in B2B, you can do something which is known as ABM, which is account based marketing. Okay. And account based marketing is something which is being done by a lot of enterprises and all in the B2B space, because they know who are the key positions that they need to influence. So imagine if you know what you need to influence is people in the manufacturing, in the designation of procurement, or someone who is looking at purchase, then you will run few ads around them, which would be towards, why your company helps save cost. And that is a very important point for that purchase guy. You might run an ad for the CEO, which will be like how you have your company has installed lights in XYZ other companies. So these are few things which you could do, and these ads could be targeted towards a particular business designation, so that when they talk with each other, the CEO might tell the purchase guy, "Ki I'm looking into these lights," and that guy will be like, "Yeah, it's a good company. They have actually helped this guy save XYZ." So imagine if that happens, and that would be crazy, right? And that can be orchestrated, basically. So yeah, I think guys, that's more or less about this. If you have more questions, let me know. Uh, Otherwise, I think we are more or less done out here. There are more things which we are coming up with. Let me just go to Instagram. So next time, next Saturday, we are again catching up, same time, 11 a.m. And we'll be talking about campaign-based marketing strategy and tactics. Okay. So basically, we all know campaigns करने हैं, सबको ऐसा लगता है, but क्यों करने चाहिए? Okay. And why, how exactly do you need to look at campaigns is what we will be discussing next time. So this will really help you guys to understand what are the KPIs that you need to think about. How do you need to get your campaign up and running? So these are things which we'll be discussing next time, and I hope you guys can come and attend the same. I will share a link for this. One second. Actually, link भी यहाँ पे होना चाहिए. Yeah. So if you go to Instagram, you'll get our links everywhere. You can also check out all our webinars online. So this is the link, copy link address. Yeah. So that's the link for the next session, which we have around campaign-based marketing strategy. It's going to be an interesting session as always. I hope I have added value to you guys in this past, you can say 1 hour 45 minutes. If there are any, if there is any feedback which you have and anything which I can do for you beyond this, please do feel free to let me know. You could reach out to me on LinkedIn. I go by Jaljit Ajani. Uh, Instagram, Jeet Ajani. You could also drop in an email at jeet@singularity.in. Let me make that slide. I have forgotten that slide actually. So Instagram is at Jeet Ajani, jeet@singularity.in, and my name is Jaljit Ajani. Yes, Samay. I will look into break rooms, and we will get on with that if that is the way to go, maybe in the future. So thanks a lot for that suggestion, and thank you guys for being patient and with all the internet issues which were happening, but still staying on. So thanks a lot for your time, and wish you a great weekend. Have fun and please be safe. Take care. Bye bye.